a lot of parents that have really sensitive, creative, unique, maybe more spiritually inclined, intelligent children. Obviously, there's exceptions to this, but I know there's a lot of situations where some of these parents, they feel threatened, and they perceive their child as a threat to their identity, to their perceived reality, to their historical context, organization, libraries they have stored in them that justifies all the shit that goes on in this world, and probably justifies all their actions and behaviors. So when they encounter that and they recognize that in their child, that child is immediately challenged, and because that child will always revert back eventually to their true selves, that will always cause tension and conflict with that parent, because they won't like that. They'll always try to fight that and kind of change their child and control them, and they'll do like shaming, condemning, they'll withdraw, they'll abuse, they'll neglect, they'll ignore, they'll do all these crazy shit, and then because that child is both trying to survive and also understand the world and connect, this is so fucked up. This has been my story too. They'll do anything to kind of gain acceptance, even if that means like self-tailoring, self-minimizing, or self-sacrificing in ways that are just completely wrong and unjustified, just to gain some level of perceived acceptance or safety. And it's just so fucked up, because even then, obviously, it's not okay. And this is so soul crushing and soul draining for that child, obviously into adulthood. And this will progressively get even worse, so long as the child still believes that they have an obligation or responsibility for their parents or the families. This could be siblings, extended family involved, but having this feeling, or this idea of oh, I have this obligation, I have this responsibility to these people. And it's very dangerous, because it's very easily exploited, because a child is a genuinely caring, empathetic, loving person, and it gets exploited and manipulated. And the parents and other family members, probably other siblings, other family members, exploit the same thing. And other, let's say aunts and uncles, some of them probably do the same thing with their own children. They have their own hierarchy systems and ways of controlling behaviors, especially if there's a black sheep within their own family unit. So it's completely insidious. It's diabolical. It's horrific. And this can distort the child's self-perception, their whole perception on fucking reality. And this is such a big, massive weight, and it's so disorientating. And because they've grown up with it, it becomes so normalized, and maybe they don't even question it, or they can't even see it, or they might be trying to, but they're not sure exactly what they're looking for or what they're looking at, because the truth is, acknowledging the truth, especially the first time, is so life altering and reality shattering, that it's that in itself, having those revelations, remembering, recontextualizing things in a new light, but the same memories, and having repressed memories, discovering those and having them become uncovered, it's It's a very horrific process. It can be. Obviously, it's very validating, it's very liberating, but it's also, there's a lot of different emotions. And one of the main ones in the beginning is it's going to be scary, especially when you're challenging something like a pattern, because all of this is a frequency or pattern or cycle. When you break that pattern, it feels weird and it can be actually very terrifying. But if you keep going, you'll realize that, oh, it feels this way just because this was a previously believed like rule that went unchallenged for so long, and it was just playing in the background. So becoming free of that, acknowledging it, illuminating it, and understanding it, and bringing it to awareness, and like fully comprehending it and working through it. Unfortunately, it's been a privilege in this world, and it shouldn't be, because this whole shitty ass system and the way this life has been going for so many people for so long is just so fucked up and deranged. It's disgusting. The best thing that child could do is really continuously self-validate themselves, use discernment, honestly go through the ego death. That's pretty necessary, of course. Remove what doesn't belong, get rid of all that unnecessary weight, and realign yourself. That's actually healing. That is healing, literally. Love yourself. Tell yourself that you're valid and that you matter, because it's true. It's just very difficult. And then, yeah, what I've done for me is I've separated myself from people, and it's been very difficult, but I had to make that decision. And everybody could tell you that you're wrong or crazy or bad, or try to pressure you or guilt you or try to pull you back in, like you're on some fucking leash. Like they have some kind of like entitlement that you owe them shit. Like, no, you don't owe them anything. It's bullshit. There's just a lot of lies, and you have to call them out that this is lies. It's not love, it's lies. So yeah.